to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendan, and here we are hanging out in the scary sanctuary. It's been a long, long week. I was on vacation enjoying myself, and now, just glad to be back and hanging out with all the great travelers out there across the world. Um, just came back from Boston, Massachusetts, for my second year in a row of going to TerraCon. That was really cool. And I went to Salem as well. Couldn't go out to Massachusetts without checking out some more of Salem. But, travelers, the reason why we are here is for our live watch party number 4. I can't believe we are already on number 4, travelers. So, needless to say, it's going to be a great night tonight. Like every other live stream, we're going to wait for some of the travelers to come and join us along. Um, we'll probably start the stream in another 15 minutes. I like starting at about 8:15, 8:20ish. But, we'll just see how things go. We're going to talk a little horror, about things that are coming up on the horizon in regards to spooky season, and talk a little bit about my weekend in regards to TerraCon and Salem. Guys, Terrifier is the movie for this week. It won a very overwhelming majority of the votes for this week. So, needless to say, I guess you guys really wanted to see some Art the Clown shenanigans. Hey, I can't blame you. Art is a really great up and coming horror villain. I remember my first time watching Terrifier. It was on Netflix, and I had heard around the way about this slasher film that kind of was in the tradition of the 80s films that we all know and love, especially those who kind of grew up in that era, like myself. It was really cool to actually, check it out because you know how like people will give you a little bit of a carrot in front of you. They'll dangle it and they're just like, hey, there's a very good scene in there. Let me know what you think of it when you come to it, and you'll know when you come to it. So that really fed some curiosity for wanting to check this film out. And needless to say, I'm very glad that I did see it because it was one of those films that pretty much went under the radar for a while, but it has really built a fan base steadily over the years. Even before Terrifier 2 came out, I mean, there was a good fan base for people with Damien, Leone, and the whole Terrifier cast and crew, especially with David Howard Thornton and what he brings to the role as Art the Clown. So, travelers, it's going to be a fun night. I can't wait to check out this film with you. Speaking of Terrifier, and Terrifier 2, which was, the one that kind of shot Art into superstardom, Terrifier 3 is on its way out pretty soon, guys. I'm pretty excited about it, as I'm pretty sure most of you all, especially those of you who voted for Terrifier for tonight's watch, um, it's going to be quite a treat. The reviews have been pretty positive as far as the ones that I've come across from people that I really, really trust their opinions on. I'm definitely looking forward to the new installment to the Terrifier franchise. I'm looking to see more of Lauren Lavera and the other members of the cast and crew, especially those cameos, which is always fun with the Terrifier series. Um, but to backtrack a little bit, travelers, yes, I did go to Boston, Massachusetts over the weekend to go to TerraCon. So be on the lookout for that video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there for the entire weekend, but for the one day that I was there on Saturday, I got a good amount of footage and met some great people, some great vendors, of course, and got a little bit of cosplay in there. So I'm hoping that you guys really enjoy the video. Be on the lookout for that. That should be on the channel starting tomorrow. Um, and also, the main thing why I was super excited to go to Massachusetts was to redeem myself by going to Salem again. Hey, Idala, how's it going? Well, it's okay. I'm glad that you're here. You can always come back and check the replay of the live watch party. I'll keep you guys up to date with, the timestamps throughout the stream. So, thank you again for coming along and joining me. But as I was saying, I went to Salem again, and my first video with Salem kind of went under the radar for a bit. So, but I still had a great time. I wanted to redo it again, but not be rushed because the last time I was there, I went maybe the morning before my flight was to take off back home to Dallas. So I didn't really get a time to explore as long as I would like to, and plus the weather was not very cooperative. It was a lot of rain. So I'm happy to say that I think the Salem video went way better than last year's. I was able to spend 2 full days in Salem for the most part, exploring and just going over some of the sights and sounds and what the crowd is like there. So, guys, if you definitely are interested in possibly visiting Salem one year or just sometime in the future, be sure to check that video out because there will be a lot of good things in there for sure. Um, but I was on vacation, as I mentioned, so I wasn't able to check out the two horror movies that I've been really wanting to check out, and then a third one that I'm just finding out about. The first of those three movies is the Never Let Go movie with Halle Berry. That is a film that I saw the trailer for, and I was like, okay, I was a bit intrigued by it. I kind of wanted to see what that is about. Halle Berry has some pretty interesting, you know, forays into horror, like Gothica, and there was another one I can't think of, but she was also in another horror movie, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll give it a chance to see how it is. But it's a Alexander Aja film, who is a director that I'm very familiar with, and I definitely enjoy some of his films. So it was definitely one of those films that I wanted to give a deep dive into and see how it is. Seemed very intriguing. Um, the next film is The Substance with Demi Moore, and that is getting a lot of great reviews. It is a film that is on a lot of people's best of 2024 lists. So I'm hoping I'll be able to go check that out as well, because I like the body horror elements that are implied in the trailer. And that's another good thing. Both of those trailers don't seem to give away too much, but they reel you in a bit. They give you enough of a mystery to where you kind of want to see what's going on in those films. So The Substance with Demi Moore is one that I am really excited to check out. And the third one is called Azrael, and that is starring Samara Weaving. And Samara is a horror darling, absolutely amazing actress. I really almost enjoy her in everything that she's been in up to this point. So if I see that she's involved, she has a knack for picking great scripts. And with her being a phenomenal actress, I am very excited to check that out. One of my local theaters is showing all three of them. So I'll try to see two of them at least, and maybe the third one the next day, because I want to check those out. But I may actually check one of those out, or maybe two during the weekend. And that's another thing. Well, before I get to that, yeah, Gothica was a cool one. That's what was that, about 20 years ago? Like, wow, that was a time really flies, right? But what I have upcoming on the channel is for this weekend, I'll be going to Joe Bob's Jamboree, and it will be my first time going to one. Thankfully, I will be going with friends that have attended before that are Las Vegas locals, so it would be good to lean on them a bit and just follow their lead as far as like, hey, based on our experience, this is going to be the best way to experience it. So hey guys, of course I'm going to bring hopefully some live streams from there if the signal is great for my phone. But most definitely, I will be live streaming Joe Bob's Jamboree, and I will be doing part of extra activities such as the walking tour, the Las Vegas walking tour. So I may live stream that one. I think that would be pretty fun to have people join along with that one. So if you are a fan of Joe Bob Briggs, you do not want to miss that as well. But yeah, guys, it's been a fun time leading up into spooky season. We are literally right there, guys. Tomorrow is October. Can you believe it? We made it. We are officially on the countdown for Halloween. But then again, who am I kidding? Most of us, like myself, we have been counting down for Halloween since last Halloween. So it is a year-round thing here at the Horror Greenbook. So guys, if you are a fan of the Halloween season, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. It's going to make sure to get the channel out to other subscribers that may be interested, or other viewers who would want to become subscribers, I should say. But yes, Idle Owl, it is 100% spooky season, and I can't wait. But yes, like I said, guys, we are going to watch Terrifier. All right, we have a couple more people in here, so I think we'll go ahead and start at 8:15. Included in the chat, I have pinned the link to Tubi to where you all will be able to watch Terrifier with me tonight. Make me Ghostface for you. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much, and for joining us tonight. It's going to be a fun time getting into some gory Terrifier fun. That's what we do here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start in at 8:15 Central Standard Time. The link is in the chat, so click that. Or if you guys, of course, already have the Blu-ray or the DVD, or if you're watching it streaming on elsewhere, you'll be able to follow along as well. I will be giving timestamps for where we are in the movie for anyone that's coming in late, or if you have an ad that pops up or something of that nature. We're going to stick in this together, travelers. We're going to stick in this together. I already have mine queued up, and hopefully the stream goes well. I did some tinkering with it so that we haven't had any of the errors that we had last week. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. Oh, thank you so much. I've been looking forward to tonight as well. I really have come to enjoy the live streams and to hang out with those of you out there. It really means a lot to me, for sure. So welcome, whether you're a long-time traveler or you're just stumbling upon the live stream tonight. Hopefully you'll stick around, and you'll see all the adventures to come on the channel, because trust me, there's way more to come. All right, guys, we are a little bit close to a minute left. As soon as the clock strikes 8:15, I'm going to let you guys know to hit the play button so that we can watch Terrifier. Yes, I'm moving the chat over here. All right. And as soon as I say play, hit the play button, and we'll be off and running, travelers. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. I'm a bit tired. My allergies are going crazy right now, but it's still a fun time whenever I'm hanging out with y'all, for real. Like, you guys really don't know how therapeutic this is for me. All right, hit play. Hey, Papa Goss, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Hey, yes, everyone, hit that like button. We are going to watch Terrifier. Man, it's such a fun start. For those of you that have seen this before, when and where did you watch Terrifier for the first time? As I said, my first time, I caught it on Netflix. And this was, oh my gosh, it was a while ago, but it was before it really got big. That's the cool thing about word of mouth. And it really reels you in the first couple of seconds because you're seeing and you're like, what is going on in this intro? What is going on with this woman's face? What did she go through? And then the practical effects. Idle Owl, so you said you could never watch it yourself. You could only do the YouTube reaction vids. I can't lie. I've done that myself with certain pop culture moments for sure. Art's getting ready like Rambo. It's like he's ready to go to war. Could you imagine the Art the Clown makeup tutorials that he would do on YouTube? And he's a crafty bugger too. Like he does his own makeup, creates his own weapons. Yeah, he's a regular Tim the Toolman Taylor, but demented. The music gets you pumped. You're like, all right, what am I going to get into? Yeah, same here, Josh. I am so excited for Terrifier 3. Like, getting closer and closer to it. As I was saying earlier, those reviews have me like really excited to see what everyone saw because everyone's talking about another notorious moment in the film. Absolutely terrible woman. But yeah, Terrifier 3 is going to be so fun. And just to add to the holiday horror movie, motif is a welcomed addition. I enjoy holiday horror. My favorite holiday horror movie is Inside, the original, not the remake. You have to do the French original Inside. Highly recommended. And I kind of like to mess with unsuspecting friends that have never seen it and just say, yeah, it's a holiday movie. I mean, well, it is set during the Christmas season and it involves a woman who is pregnant and her infant child that she is pregnant with is in danger. How could you not get more Christmas than that? Oh, I think it was at this moment when I first saw this film that I'm like, okay, I'm going to stick this out and see where this goes. And for everyone that may be just thinking that may be just joining, we are at the 5 minutes and 28 second point. Yeah, it is on theme, Idle Owl. It is. And this is totally a fun Halloween film. I'm gonna have to think of possible selections for the next film for next week. But I'm going to scour Tubi and think of some good selections. After seeing tons of movies in Las Vegas at Joe Bob's Jamboree, I'm still going to be ready to hang out with y'all and watch more movies. Art in those big clown shoes. One of these days, we're going to have to get a clown car kill. So if they don't do it in Terrifier 3, we're definitely going to get one in Terrifier 4. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I've read somewhere that there are plans for a Terrifier 4. And of course, there are plans for a Terrifier 4. Art is so freaky. Yes, Josh, you're right. Art mania is real. Like, have you seen the chaos for? Well, of course. I mean, you're Papa Goss, so of course you've seen the chaos for the art pop Funko Pops. I think one of the good things about starting with your own like story and horror movies is that you have that time to like craft it together. Like how that there was All Hallows Eve, which is also on here, and how that is Damien Leone's entry into art and crafting the character, and how David Gordon Green didn't get the role until actual Terrifier. So it's cool to see the previous actor's interpretation with art and David's interpretation, and how they're similar in some ways but still very vastly different. It's very cool how different people can bring something to the same character. It's kind of like Jason's, how like everyone has their favorite Jason. Jeez, $100 to $150 on the aftermarket already, and the Funko Shop exclusive sold out in less than 5 minutes. Wow, that's crazy. The pizza shop owner. You know what? I would totally love to do a cameo in a Terrifier movie. That would be so fun. So, I gotta talk and support the films more. I gotta chop it up more with my guy Montavious Parker of the Empty Crypt YouTube channel. You guys make sure to check out his channel as well. He's very well connected in the scene, and he really inspires me. So I he is someone that I'm glad that I've been getting to know over the past couple of years. So um, he's someone that really inspires me to get more involved in the horror movie scene. So I hope to possibly, get involved in maybe cameo in a horror film or two. I'm glad that you were able to grab a couple of those art pops at Hot Topic. Oh yeah, and then yeah, you did get them signed by David. Hey, you got to make that money back somehow, man. That's the smart way to do it. And we're at 10 minutes and 7 seconds for anyone that's joining us. I think this, especially this scene, is like a perfect example of millennial behavior because this is totally us at that moment. Ah, she may have a little bit of a psychic ability there. Art does a good job of being like normal, but very like creepy. Where it's like the fact where he's not super intimidating to the fact where you're just like, oh, I have to run away immediately. Like he's really just off putting. Like, all right, seems like a regular guy, but at the same time, you just know like, man, I can't trust that guy at all. But he has a little charm to him though, as well. So he's very complex. That's what I like about art. I have a theory that I've been thinking about in regards to art and why art has really shot up into superstardom. And that theory is that I feel that a lot of us know someone that reminds us a little bit of art. Whether it's someone in our past or our present, we know someone that's just either a little bit creepy or they have that sick sense of humor or they like to play these disgusting practical jokes on us or the fact where just they could just be super silly and you're just like, okay, yeah. And I think that's what David Howard Thornton does really great with the role. He makes art pretty complex in a way. I mean, you know he's absolutely despicable, but you can't help but kind of like the guy, right? And his garbage bag. I think David Gordon Green said that Art is a hefty man. So looks like he has endorsed hefty. Can you imagine a Art the Clown hefty garbage bag commercial? If you learn anything about Art, don't let him use your bathroom. Exactly. Well, that's the other thing about your friend. Something that he reminds you of a friend or someone that you know. We all have that one person that we will never let them use our bathroom again. So that's another reason with art. It's like the trauma, the trauma. I remember what you did last time. Idle thank you so much for sticking around. And I'll catch you next time. Of course, the stream will be here for you to, catch up and finish watching the movie with us. All right, guys, I've received my first commercial break on Tubi. So I will give you a timestamp whenever I get back on. But I'm currently at, looks like 13 minutes and 28 seconds. So I will let you know when to go. But as I said, it doesn't really matter if you're a little bit before me or a little bit after me. We're all generally in the same vicinity of the movie. But yeah, make me Ghostface for you. Yeah, David said he's a hefty man. He may have said it jokingly at a convention that I was at, but we're gonna take it as canon. So it is official. Art the Clown prefers hefty. I mean, but then again, you got to look at. I mean, look at how much stuff he has in that bag. All right, and start now. 1329, 1330, 1331. There we go. Yeah, don't leave art alone in your house. I mean, it's just never going to be the same. You're going to have to immediately move out or sage. Yeah, you're going to have to sage, move out, burn the house down. You're going to have to do something. Okay, I hope everyone's doing good tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, feel free to comment on anything, guys. I feed off the energy and the comments from y'all. Well, it's nice to know she has a spare. I mean, I can't understand the people that drive around and don't have a spare tire. It's those damn enchiladas. Can imagine Art going, ooh baby, ooh, like Miguel Nunez as he played. He was Demon in that movie. Yes, Josh. Let him know, man. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Yes, make me Ghostface for you. I mean, Art has a ton of stuff in there. He's just like, he is like a clown hobo. Yeah, Terrifier is just one of those films that just really grinded its way to its fandom. Because I think everyone generally kind of like heard about it from word of mouth. Oh my goodness, I think how I came across Terrifier specifically, if I think back, I was looking at a list of like best horror movies to watch on like Netflix or something like to that effect. And Terrifier, well, of course, they put up this image of Art, and I'm like, all right, that looks pretty weird there. And then when they mentioned the infamous scene and how it made some people pretty sick, as a pretty sick guy myself, I couldn't help but to become intrigued and wanting to watch that. The horror version of Mary Poppins back. Right, exactly. Really, it really is. Seriously. So, it's cool to see it has scraped its way to becoming a superstar franchise in horror now. Like, I was a kid when Freddy Mania came into effect. I mean, I didn't know how rare it was for a horror icon to reach, stardom that high. And Art, you know, especially with Terrifier 2, with the campaign about people throwing up and people getting sick. It's just like it just made people really want to watch it. And of course, when the late shows start talking about, hi, there's this horror movie that's out that's doing all these things and getting all this buzz. It's just like, wow. I couldn't be more proud for those guys like that were involved in the making of that. And the fact that it's just getting bigger and better. I mean, I wish them all the success. Oh my god, yeah, that jack o' lantern kill, and it goes to show, guys, Art did it before Michael did it. In that was Halloween Kills, wasn't it? When Michael Myers did the jack o' lantern kill. Oh, meat cleaver to the hand. Yeah, Josh. I mean, hey, supporting independent horror, and the fact that it's one of those things that they really crowdfunded for it, and the budget just is getting bigger, and the effects are getting better and better. Damien's getting the chance to show what he's able to do on that side, and not only that, but the success for people involved with them as well, like with Stream. That's great for them, for them to do that as well with that. Um, Screamboat will be coming out as well. I mean, hey, this is a great time to be a horror fan. Yeah, this is when we kind of find out that art is not to play around with at all. Okay, this brings me to another question involving art and household products. We talked about the garbage bags. What type of detergent do you think Art uses? Because he has to get out the bloodstains. I mean, sometimes that, clown outfit is absolutely pristine. So, I mean, is he using bleach? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, blood stains are pretty hard to get out of. I mean, or does he have some sort of? I mean, we do know that there's some sort of supernatural element with art. So, is he just creating new clown outfits out of thin air? Does he just have like magic clown cleaning powers? That needs to be explained in Terrifier 3. I need to know that. Maybe that's why he's switching to the Santa costume in part 3. Because, I mean, blood, red, getting your camouflage, not going to notice it. And forgive me, guys, my sinuses have been killing me. All this travel and then all the trees in Massachusetts, though beautiful, I'm pretty sure it definitely did a number on my allergies. All right, so we're gonna have the guy versus the clown debate. Bug bomb. A very underrated element to the Terrifier films are it would be the fact that their sets are real. These are real locations. These aren't sound stages. These are really dank and nasty, real locations that they're filming in. And it kind of adds to that grungy element to where you can feel the discomfort from the actors. So I think that's pretty cool. I think I've heard Laura Lavera talk about that some in the Talk Scary to Me podcast with Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton, and she talked about how Damien kind of takes delight in seeing the actors pretty uncomfortable. It kind of brings out a bit more in their performances. I mean, look at that. I mean, look how disgusting that looks. We're at 22 right now at this moment, guys. This isn't something that people are just crafting. No, this is how this set really looks. This is real. So, I mean, all acting isn't sweet, you know? It sounds like a great Halloween superstore. And it has that old vintage Halloween sound. That was in like every single Halloween toy in the 90s. If you know, you know. What? We were just there at that pizzeria. What is going on? Ain't no way. I got a selfie with the killer. Yeah, she's pretty awesome in this role. I just found out that she actually has a podcast with James from oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was watching the scene there, but she has a podcast with James from Dead Meat and Barbara Crampton. I have to look up the name of that podcast, but that's pretty cool. I saw that pop up on my algorithm not too long ago. I think they filmed. I believe they filmed this somewhere on the northeast, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere cold and dank, and they like the film during the winter months. So they're not making it very comfortable at all for the actors. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Josh. But that's just such a testament to their creativity, right? They really do the most with what they have. I think it may be Scream Dreams. Let me see. Let me double check. I think that would be it. Yes, that is it. Yes. See, Josh, you always got my back, man. She really played that role well as the unsettling woman with her little baby. That's a very creepy doll, too. Yeah, I haven't checked out a lot of the episodes, but from the few that I have, it seems like a very, very well-rounded cast. I like what every one of them brings to the podcast. So, I mean, of course, Barbara being, I mean, anything Barbara Crampton is a part of, I mean, I have to support. So, I think Barbara is absolutely amazing. And then, I mean, James just totally knows, horror and is someone that I really, really, you know, am inspired by as well. I mean, he has a lot of hard work. And then Catherine is such a sweetheart. And the fact that she's done like so many things, especially like this notorious film, is just like even more endearing. Yeah, this movie is just one of those ones that just really gets you. Can't help but, feel the danger. Yes, yes, she is amazing. I met her one time at Horror Hound early in the year. Not the one that was recently, but she was super cool. I mean, she was definitely everything that I expected her to be. There's a lot of tension in this film, which is one of those, great things that Damien really brought. It's not necessarily all about the gore. And I like how, with all of the complaints that he receives, he kind of really, rectifies that because with every film, he adds more to the Art the Clown mythology. We're learning more and more about him. And I'm looking forward to knowing, if we'll learn a little bit more about art in part three, which I'm sure we will, especially as well with Sienna. Yeah, the first time I watched Terrifier was just crazy. I had, I, I mean, it was one of those things where I did not expect. I love the film, but there was no expectation that it would be as huge as it has gotten. So I think that's like really, really great. Yeah, I was hearing that too. That it answers some questions. So I can't wait to check it out. As I was saying, also I still need to check out Never Let Go, The Substance, and Azrael. So I'm hoping I can get at least two of those films done this week. I would love to get three of them. Ditto. Awesome. I'm glad that you agree. Make me Ghostface for you. And we just crossed 30 minutes for anyone that's wondering or just joining. Oh, ah. And Art's just, he's just playing with her right now. Like, he could have killed her, but he's like, nah, I just want to see the pain. Yeah, I've heard some really good things about the substance, Papa Goss. Like, it's on a few top lists for a few horror YouTubers that I watch. It's on their top of 2024 list. So I can't wait to really check that out. And I mean, I'm a huge Demi Moore fan. I mean, going back since way back in the day. So to see her, take a foray into horror is just always welcome. Hey, what's up, David? How's it going? Leone confirmed Terrifier 4. Yeah, man. That I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that. I mean, that's more success for the horror genre, and I'm a fan of franchises. I think franchises are good for the genre. I mean, because to be honest, I mean, horror has saved the Hollywood system and, and also studios for time to come now. Yeah, I know. Demi still looks amazing. Like, seriously. Yeah, keeping our fingers crossed, make Miko's face for you. We really are. Yeah, I mean, I just had another commercial break, guys. And I'm at the 32 minutes and 15 seconds mark. So I'm paused right there for the second. But can you imagine just sitting down and rolling around on the floor on that set? I mean, it's as dirty as it looks. So you really, really, really have to get into the acting. And I think that kind of shines through, like knowing that it's not a Hollywood set. This isn't something where they just sprinkled some, dust down, and but knowing that it's super clean. No, you're gonna need to take a bath after that, and then not only that, but dirt and fake blood, and you're cold. That's why I really appreciate the actors for a lot of these movies because they really go through some stuff. Like I was talking to at Horror Hound for the Abigail panel, Melissa Barrera and Alicia Ware were talking about how long it took for them to scrub the blood off for from that movie because they were literally head to toe covered in blood. So it's just like wow, that's I mean a hard day's work right there. I mean people think that acting is cush, but sometimes you have to really go through some stuff. All right, the film just started back for me. I'm at 32:45, guys. But yeah, guys, um, if you ever get the chance, definitely go to Salem, Massachusetts. It was very fun. My second year in a row doing it, and I look forward to doing it again for the third year in a row next year. Um, I may want to try it a little bit earlier, as far as I may try to go for Silver Scream Con, the horror convention put on by Ice Nine Kills, because I've gone to TerraCon 2 years in a row, so I kind of want to go to another convention out that way, to kind of spread the love some. And I've been really wanting to go and check out the Ice Nine Kills convention, so I think that would be awesome. And I think that maybe the year after that I'll try for closer to Halloween, because I've seen the shops and things of that nature, but I really enjoyed the fact that there was way more of a crowd because it was the weekend before Halloween. So it made for a great time. They're always wearing headphones when you need their help, aren't they? It's like, dude, I'm screaming for you. They always turn around late too. Yeah, David, I'm with you. I've been waiting for Terrifier 3, man. Like, I'm definitely seeing the opening night. That's for sure. And that needle's dirty too. Art doesn't believe in cleaning needles. Wouldn't it be wouldn't it be funny if Art did sterilize the needle before injecting though? That would be absolutely hilarious. It's like, well, that's very kind of you, Art, sir. Yeah, I definitely want to go so that I don't get things spoiled, because I have a feeling that people are going to be relentless in regards to, like, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. Well, you always have those few bad apples that just are seeking attention, and they want to, feed into that. So it's like, dude, let me go ahead and watch it early and just avoid all of that. Oh, nice fake out Art. Hold on, let me check something in regards to dates, guys, because let me see. Okay, I know I mentioned that I'm going to be on a cruise um, during Halloween. Would you guys be interested in a Halloween live stream while I'm on the ship? I mean, maybe watch something like Halloween 2018. I know that's on Tubi. Maybe we'll watch something like Death Ship, something to that nature, because I will be on the cruise. Let me see. And then also there's Ghost Ship. Maybe we'll be able to find a stream. I know Death Ship. There's a link for that on YouTube, and maybe we'll watch Ghost Ship or something like that, or Halloween 2018, something to that effect. Something in theme. So if you guys are interested in that, yeah, man, we could definitely do that. Oh, Triangle too. I love Triangle. Yeah, see, Josh, you get me, brother. You get me. You know what, David? You're right about that. He has used the needle in all of his movies up to this point. Uh oh, here we go, guys. We are at 37 minutes and 29 seconds. For the moment, we have all come to know and tolerate. Yeah, you're right, Josh. I love Triangle, man. That's another film that I was recommended because I enjoyed time crimes, and someone recommended checking that out. And I love the whole, films that I have to watch multiple times to get a whole idea of like the time and everything. But this scene's so crazy. There's this guy who does Art the Clown cosplay, and he his main accessory is a mannequin or a doll. Um, yes, I am David. I am at that part, and he has a doll that's kind of split. And wow, I had to absolutely take a picture with him. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to Spooky Empire this year, but if I do, I'll try to take a picture with you guys with him. Take a picture for you guys with him. I've taken one before with him. I have to put it up on my Instagram again. Yeah, that seems so awesome. That's definitely one of those moments where it's just like, if you want to show someone what you can do, you do something like that. I mean, this film would have, you know, gained good popularity, but that scene, the fact that you could tell your friends and family, like, hey, you have to watch this for that one part at least, it really spread like wildfire. Yeah, make me go space for you, just like, like no, right? Yeah, art has to use either magic or the best detergent on the planet to get those stains out. Uh oh. Yeah, I can't wait for He Knows When You've Been Sleeping. He Knows When You're Awake art in Terrifier 3. And I hear Terrifier 3 um, takes you to some places. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to go because I think they're going to go into some uncharted territory or some rarely visited places in regards to horror. Um, some places that very few directors dare go. So I'm looking forward to that. David is so good in this role. Yep, you're right, David. They all have that scene, right? And that's what we look forward to. I mean, we know, we enjoy the characters. We definitely enjoy art. I mean, what's not to love about them? But knowing that there's going to be something where you're just like, ooh, yeah, Damien really took it there. That's what we live for as horror fans. Oh, Art played so dirty right there, didn't he, with the gun? But hey, I mean, never trust a clown like that. It's only the wind. Like that was very Joker esque, I should say. This was another shocking part as well with this film. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, they're this isn't your typical slasher film that wants to kind of push boundaries but is afraid to do so. The fact that They pulled a Psycho. They pulled a Friday the 13th. No, excuse me, a Nightmare on Elm Street, where you have this woman that you feel is going to be the main character, and whoops, no, she isn't. So I like that too because it kind of paid homage to horror films that changed the game that came before it. Is art on the Mount Rushmore of horror icons just yet? You know what? Not yet. In my opinion, not yet. But there's still work to do. He could definitely become on that mantle. I would say with Terrifier 3 is going to be what solidifies that for him. Because what I like about Art is he's a character that Damien has been honing in for years now. This is a character that is his baby. So Art isn't something that, Damien's just throwing ideas at the wall and seeing what sticks. He's really taking his time and seeing how he can evolve them, which is not something any of the other slasher icons, except maybe Chucky, has had the benefit of doing, because Dunn is over control of Chucky, which unfortunately the show was canceled. Bad news. But other than the remake for Child's Play, Dunn has been over everything. Let me see. Yeah, I'm really sad to hear about that, guys. Like, seriously, that was like such terrible news about the Chucky series being canceled. Yeah, I'm with you on that. In regards to this third movie is going to be the one that really does it for him, because um Terrifier 2 was a little bit of lightning in the bottle, because it brought a lot of casuals to the scene. And you need casuals because, like with Freddy Mania, you had the people that were diehard horror fans that knew Freddy in part 1 and part 2. But when Dream Warriors came out, and you had people that hadn't probably never seen 1 or 2 at that point, chucked it out and they're like, this is it. I think that's the same for Art right now. And then with part 3 here, this is going to be the one that really makes him a household name. Like, I'm seeing kids at conventions dressed as Art the Clown. Like, it's at that point now. Like, and I pretty much feel it was the same for kids that were my age at that time in the 80s, early 90s, that were obsessed with Freddy Krueger. You have this super despicable character that should in no way become anywhere near. I'm pretty sure he would be on the registered offender list. Like, do not go near any schools, any churches, anything to that effect. But this guy is so beloved by all. So Art is getting there. He's going to knock someone off that list. I think Michael, Freddy, and Jason are there's no moving them off of that list. But whoever you have on that on that fourth one, they better watch out, because Art is coming for them. So, whether you have Leatherface up there, whether you have Chucky up there, it doesn't matter. Art is coming for them. Yeah, guys, seeing the person that you think is going to be the main character, the final girl, getting offed, that's that shocked me even more than the splitting in half scene, because I was sure on my first watch that she was going to be the final girl. For anyone joining, we are at 47 minutes and 52 seconds. Yeah, I love the aspect that anyone could basically get it in the Terrifier franchise. I like that, that fact of like keep me guessing. Uh-oh. But yeah, guys, so I think we're gonna do a Halloween live stream from the boat. As long as the Wi-Fi goes well for me. They use Starlink on the boat, so the upload speed should be good enough for me to actually do a live stream from there. So we'll probably do Halloween 2018. We'll probably do it. Hey, we'll maybe even do a double feature. So um, it'll depend on how things go while I'm on the boat and if my family will allow it and if I get time to actually do some trick or treating on the boat. But we may do a late night stream, guys. So I'm leaning towards a double feature for Halloween. Maybe Halloween 2018 and Triangle, Death Ship, Ghost Ship. No, the baby's gone. Oh, will someone think of the children? Oh, that bleach. Oh, the bleach. Hey, guys. Is that foreshadowing for Terrifier 2, the bleach? Maybe Damien's looking at Terrifier 1 while researching for Terrifier 2, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to use that bleach. But speaking of Terrifier 2, that's really funny, and it let me know how sick I am because as a kid who watched horror movies all the time, I always wondered why someone had never used that aspect of Terrifier 2 that Damien did in that scene. I was say, hey, why doesn't someone do this and do that? And lo and behold, when that scene came up and Art did that to you know who, I stood up, clapped, and cheered like a madman. It must have looked so crazy to anyone who was watching me, but it was only because it was like, yes, finally someone has incorporated that into a horror movie kill. Don't let Art babysit your kids. Hey, Annalisa, how's it going? The baby's sleeping. He did all that work to put her down, guys. See, Art in the Babysitters Club. He's being sweet. You gotta love how Art is very multifaceted. Um, for someone that has better knowledge in regards to the art makeup, I would say that it had evolved from Terrifier 1 to Terrifier 2, correct? I think they have a different way of applicating it to him between the films. It looks a little different, but does anyone know for sure whether or not it is a little bit different? Speaking of, it is really cool to see David in that makeup while he's walking to and from to and from photo ops at conventions because a lot of times he does do the Art the Clown photo op. So he'll have the makeup artist from Terrifier with him. And sometimes you don't know whether or not it's a cosplayer, but then again, you know David when you see him. Yeah, this is another one of those creepy parts in the film. Yeah, you're right, Josh. I think it has changed for sure. I need to. I'll probably watch a little bit of Terrifier 2 tonight. I don't think I'm gonna make through all of it. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna make that whole 2.5 hours. But I'm at another commercial break, guys. So bear with me. But yeah, Josh and David, the makeup has evolved for sure, and especially from All Hallows Eve. That's totally different makeup for sure. But that's cool though because it kind of reminds me of the evolution of Freddy Krueger's makeup from one film to the other. So it has a slightly different look, and that's cool because cosplayers from different Terrifier films will be able to have that, just slightly different look that those experts will be able to key in on. Like, hey, that's Terrifier 2 art, that's Terrifier 3 art. Well, aside from the obvious, Santa suit. All right, I'm almost done with my last ad, guys. I'll let you know where I'm at. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for verifying those things for me. I don't claim to be an expert. I like to know a little bit about a lot when it comes to horror movies. But I'd love to lean on you all for your knowledge as well because there are a lot of things that you all know that hey, I am not in the know on. 5325 guys is where we are now. But I think that's the great thing about the horror fandom. We all have our certain expertises, and I think that's a great thing because we're able to, sharpen each other's skills within this horror genre. Well, thank you so much, David. Hey, PlayStation is one of those things sometimes. When the PSN network is down, it's just like, well, forget it. And I'm glad that you found the channel. It looks like the algorithm has worked in my favor. To tell you a little bit about my channel, my main thing is I go to horror movie conventions all over the country. I am a huge horror fan. I've been this way ever since I was a kid, thanks to my mom, who was big horror fan, who let me watch things that most parents of the 80s would not have let their children watch. So it just fed my love of horror. So I love to go to horror movie conventions, go to filming locations, talk to cast and crew and directors, and most importantly, other horror fans like you all. You know, that really, really feeds my energy just to be able to talk my favorite genre with other people that share that enthusiasm. So, welcome, David. You have a home here. You're welcome anytime to come through, comment on anything, join any of the live streams. And hey, it's much appreciated, your support. So, you were saying the PSN network is down. What do you play, David? That is something gruesome to walk into. I mean, bet her heart just literally dropped. Like, what did I just walk into? Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sienna versus Art Part Two. This is I really like Sienna as a final girl. I like the women in Terrifier as well. Damien doesn't write them as like little tragic flowers. He gives them some smarts, but still makes them vulnerable enough to where they're just like, all right, I'm going to make mistakes. I've never been in this situation before, but I'm going to fight for my life. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, you don't want the hero to be a Mary Sue, you know. I don't want her to be perfect at everything, but I like those flaws. Oh yeah, I remember seeing this part for the first time too. Yeah, this part is also one I've seen people cosplay as this art as well, and that is probably the creepiest art that I've seen at a Halloween convention or horror convention, I should say. Yeah, art with boobs should never be a thing unless it's a woman cosplaying as art. Those are the only boobed arts that I will accept. Speaking of a boobed art, there was a burlesque show at Horror Hound, and there was a art burlesque dancer that made for a pretty fun watch. Which is another thing I enjoy about Halloween conventions or horror conventions is that there's a cool nightlife afterwards where people are hanging out and vibing, having drinks. You have some karaoke, cosplay contests, movies. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff going on. Yeah, Lauren is awesome. Um, I've seen her at conventions, but I haven't had the opportunity to meet her yet. But I'm going to meet her very soon. I'm pretty sure that they're going to hit the horror convention very hard to promote part three. I mean, they've been doing it already in the lead up for it, so I believe I'm going to see them a lot for the next year because they pretty much did the same thing for part two as far as like getting the name out there. So I'm so happy for all their success. Art is so messed up, but he makes you laugh. He's one of those people that you just never want to run across. I wouldn't be surprised if they're announced for Texas Frightmare. I'm so excited for the first guest to be announced soon, this upcoming week, and they're going to be releasing the hotel blocks for the hotels and for also VIP, correct? Um, I think I'm just going to go for media passes again this year and may possibly purchase VIP if there's someone that I really really want to see later on in the year because every year it doesn't fail that there's going to be someone that is able to get VIP early because they sell out within minutes, and then closer towards the event something pops up and they're unable to attend. So that is when I'll likely snatch mine if I do VIP, but I'm definitely grabbing my hotel reservations ASAP. um I would love to be at the Westin or the Texican. So keep your fingers crossed for me, Josh. Yeah, it does sound like something Frightmare would do. And yeah, VIP, man, VIP for Frightmare is probably the fastest I have seen VIPs go for a horror convention. Like it consistently sells out super quickly. So generally I am able to get most of my autographs for Frightmare generally, but unless it's someone that I know that you're just gonna have to get VIP, such as like a Robert England or that year with John Carpenter, and then you could end up getting his autograph without VIP coincidentally on Sunday. That was just so crazy. But yeah, better safe than sorry though. Yeah, man. I hope you're able to go to in 2025, man. It would be awesome to hang out with you, especially, at the hangout at the Texican. Yes, those bags are pretty stocked. I mean, you get the T-shirt, you get you get to skip the lines, you get at least one or two free autographs included with it. You get a lot of stuff in the VIP, so it's definitely worth it. And then it saves your time and money as far as like waiting. Oh, Restless, how's it going? Thanks for joining me. We're just hanging out watching some Terrifier. If you're just joining us, we're at the 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 hour and 2 minute section now. Hey man, you're lucky, man. Hey man, I may have to get you to buy one for me too, man. I'm gonna use your luck. But no, I should be good. I'm gonna go with applying for media. And if there is someone that I really want to get, I may just try to get lucky with VIP closer. But then again, having good friends like you all, I'll just say, hey, just slide you some money. Hey, could you grab that signature for me? Hey, Maglin, how's it going? Oh, so we met at Houston Horror. Yes, I love Houston Horror. Yeah, man. So sad about Days of the Dead Houston being canceled or postponed into the next year. That was a major bummer because I was really looking to that show as far as meeting a lot of friends that I knew were going to attend because they were at Houston Horror Film Fest. Oh yeah. That's cool. Yeah, now it will be out of a stroller. Yeah, man. Having them young and in the stroller, that makes for a lot of benefits for sure. But for certain celebrities, as long as there's a young kiddo, you still do get those benefits. Like Matthew Lillard, I know, for instance, Sam Raimi generally has his handlers scope out for people with children, because of course, you got the kids that are Spider-Man fans. And for Matthew Lillard, you got the Scooby Doo fans, and now the Five Nights at Freddy's crowd that are kids. So they know that they don't want parents, to deal with kids being in these long lines, and kids get a little antsy, or you may have kids or family members with autism, and you want them to meet the celebrities that they want to meet, but standing in line for that long is a hard thing for anyone. So the fact that these celebrities are very cognizant of that, and that they are great with families, that makes you want to see them more and more. What? Matt gave your kid a free Shaggy auto? Man, that's so cool, man. Like, you gotta love stories like that. The only person you weren't able to grab was Death. Okay. But yeah, man, you're so right, man. I love those celebrities that, really are aware of that. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. So he's for an autistic. Yeah, man. I mean, that's a beautiful thing when people are able to, really, you know, pay attention to that because they know, people come from all walks of life, and I love the cons that also have like the rooms where people could just really take a load off and just be in quiet for a bit because it could be really overwhelming. Hopefully my stream is still going on good right now. Maybe slowing down for a bit. Oh, that's great, man. Um, it's good to know that they're not all about the money. It really is. It's one of those things where you're happy to support them, but also knowing that you'll continue to support them because they see you and they feel you. And we are, see, at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 4 seconds, guys. Art's a sneaky guy, isn't he? Yeah, I love that, man. I mean, cons are a whole family event. I mean, my son loves them. he's sad when he can't join me for one. Yeah, he'll be 10 next year, and he's getting more and more into them. So I love spending that time. It's one of my favorite things to see are the families that go to cons. Yeah, LA Comic Con, I don't blame you. Oof. Sorry if everything is going on and slowing down a bit, guys. Yeah, so maybe a little bit of buffering. Still tinkering with certain things. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna try to adjust some things and hopefully this makes it a bit better. Try to work with my output here. You said your wife wanted you to go and not miss out on the opportunity to meet Back to the Future cast. Yeah, man, that's a great wife, man. I love hearing that. I'm glad that you have an awesome wife that really supports that. And I'm sorry if we're having any stream issues, guys. Probably going to get a little buffering. So, hey, I'm very, very sorry. But hey, it's an adjustment period. Yeah, don't want to regret it. That's for sure. Yeah, especially, since everyone's getting older and, you just want to make sure that you really experience that. Are you going to the Back to the Future reunion in November at Rhode Island Comic Con? Yeah, man, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Rhode Island Comic Con, so I want to actually go to one year for sure. I mean, the Comic Cons really bring out the really big pop culture icons, and there are a few that I really want to meet. Yeah, Frightmare is a good party. So I mean, my family really enjoys going to Frightmare. They know I'm not going to get much sleep because I'm too focused on grabbing content. But man, like I'm just feeding off the energy of the crowd, and everyone's just having so much fun that it's just like, hey, I got to do this. I'm running on fumes by the end of Sunday, but it's just something that I wouldn't replace it for the world. Really? What people are they going to be? What other people are going to be at Rhode Island Comic Con? Old Restless. Oh, excuse me. That's sorry, allergies killing me. But cool. So they're going to be at Fan Expo in New Orleans. I actually may be able to do that. Of course, New Orleans isn't too far away, and there's not much going on in January. Yeah, man. Michael J. Fox is one of my favorites. I would absolutely love to meet him, especially I was just thinking about Back to the Future. Funny enough, not too long ago, with all the things going on with the Back to the Future mall closing. Thanks a lot, Josh. Yeah, hopefully these allergies will get a bit better. Uh, Gotta add right when it's getting good. Oh man, it was just getting good. Of course, it pops up right then. But yeah, guys, I'm I love some Back to the Future, and now that I think about it, my son hasn't seen Back to the Future yet, so we're gonna have to change that sometime soon. I know we should definitely do a good Back to the Future marathon with the kiddo, so that'll probably be on my agenda very soon. Tonight's episode brought to you by Zyrtec. Yeah, I know, seriously. I'm at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 20 seconds, guys. Zyrtec, right? For sure. So love this movie. I think I'm going to change something for my future live streams. As far as I'm going to make the films available on Tubi, of course, like usual, but I won't watch it from Tubi. I'll probably do it like with my sleepaway camp stream. I didn't have any issues with it because I wasn't using the actual site to stream while actually using um Tubi. So I think using Tubi is kind of dragging down the live stream for me. So I think I'll actually do that for the future ones and just use my actual copies so it doesn't slow down the stream for me. I'm glad you guys are hanging in there. Yeah, I know. That's what I was hearing, Maglin, in regards to Michael J. Fox. I would love to meet him soon. And I think that's actually the same for Clive Barker, and that is why I really, really, really want to get to Spooky Empire in Orlando in a couple of weeks. I need to really double check flights because if I'm going to see anyone, I want to see Clive Barker and get his signature. I use OBS Studio, but I think the combination of using Tubi, OBS Studio, the YouTube, I've been trying to not use as much, of the computer's power to affect my upload stream. So we'll see how it goes. Man, I would love for Clive to be announced for Texas Frightmare. That would take a big load off of my shoulders. But hey, we're gonna see. I mean, Clive's just such a big part of a lot of people's horror fandom. So I would absolutely revel in the chance to meet him. I mean, StreamYard. You know what? I know a lot of people that use StreamYard too, so I may have to check that out as well. Watch a few videos in regards to StreamYard. I think Brendan from I Like Scary also uses StreamYard and a few other people. Yeah, I mean, totally. That would be an awesome send off for him. It would be nice for, and you know how Frightmare does it. Frightmare would do like some big ceremony for him to send him off just right. Give him some sort of award, like a lifetime achievement award, and the fans would 100% show up for that. Damien really did do his thing with adding some sort of tension to this film. Okay, Josh, I'll definitely check it out. I'll probably watch a video on it for this upcoming week after I upload my Salem and my Terracon videos. Yeah, I mean, with them, you know that they would do their absolute all. They would do the most to make sure that he is, he is receiving the tribute that he so deserves. Art is so creepy. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna look into it, and I'm gonna test the theory on seeing if using my copy to play instead of Tubi will keep it pretty good. But all right, looks like it may have received a good connection, I guess, again. So we'll see. Comes and goes. I think so too. I have a feeling. It seems like at least every other year there's one that has a lineup that's just like super unreal. So I think last year with Johnny Carpenter being the year before no, last year's one, not this year's. Last year's having John Carpenter was like one of those ones that's just fantastic. And speaking of Carpenter, can't wait to see him at Joe Bob's Jamboree this year. So I'm very excited to get another chance to see the old man. Very awesome. Yeah, there's all sorts of twists and turns with Terrifier. But I also think it was just nice to know that they're only just beginning. I mean, of course, not too many people had probably saw All Hallows Eve. Another one that kind of reminds me of Terrifier, and it's a long, slow walk towards being a Halloween slash horror icon is Trick or Treat. Because I mean, I see kids and adults cosplaying as Sam. Hopefully, they'll get a Trick or Treat 2 out there, guys. It's beyond time. It has the success. It has the fan base. Maybe we'll get one year. The coroner with the with the iron stomach. I mean, hey, if you're a coroner, I mean, you can literally eat through anything, so why not? Yeah, I mean, you're so right, Josh. I would think that they would have come up with some sort of sequel. And hopefully it's just the case that they haven't come across the right script yet or they're just being more careful with crafting it. But I mean, Trick or Treat is a Halloween mainstay now. I mean, Trick or Treat, Hocus Pocus, Beetlejuice, they're keeping Spirit Halloween. They're keeping the lights on over there for real with the licensing. And the practical effects in this is just so good. Uh oh. The man of the hour. It's safe to say that Art has now achieved more than 15 minutes of fame. He has extended it out. He's here to stay, guys. You're really going to like it here. David is such a nice guy, and he plays the most dastardly villain of the last 15 years. Oh, Restless, I want to go to Silver Scream so bad. It's definitely going to be on the agenda for next year. I've done Terracon 2 years in a row now, and it's a bit hard for me to come out to Boston so quickly again. So next year it's going to be Silver Screen Con for sure. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely coming up there. I mean, for me, I'm a Freddy guy, so it's hard for anyone to eclipse him. But for young kids, yeah, for sure. I mean, we haven't had any new Freddy entries since the remake, and that was over 15 years ago, or about 15 years ago. Art is taking that mantle of what Freddy was for my generation, for the Generation Alpha kids. Like my kid is Generation Alpha, so I mean, he loves art, and I've noticed that with a lot of kids that they absolutely love Art the Clown. So I love it. I love it. It's just something that's even better for the next generations of horror fans. So that's super cool for to see. But wow, guys, that was Terrifier, and that's where my fandom started for art right there. The first Terrifier, and I'm very happy for it. And hopefully we will get another Freddy. I don't know when that will be, how that will be, and how that will actually look. But I do, hope for, the old guys like me that were raised on, Wes Craven's genius idea of a guy who was able to hunt your dreams. Hopefully he'll get a respectful, entry or adaptation. I think that, they did miss the opportunity with Kevin Bacon. I think Kevin is a little too old by now for that role. We need someone that's going to carry this role for Freddy, possibly if it is successful for the next 15 to 20 years. I mean, David Howard Thornton, he's going to be able to carry art for the next 10 to 15 years. I mean, so I think that's really cool to have a future horror franchise that is in good hands, because Damien and David are going to make sure, and Lauren as well. They're going to make sure that this franchise does very well. So it's very cool, guys. I mean, thank you so much for hanging out with me. The stream didn't completely die. It looks like it got back on track for a bit, right at the end. But I think I figured out what the problem may have been with the stream. So I'm gonna tweak that a bit, and hopefully the next one will go a lot better. But yeah, guys, hope everything is going well on your side. I'm just, really enjoying hanging out with y'all for sure. And talking my favorite scary films. Um, as I said, I'm going to do some editing for the TerrorCon video, and also my Salem, Massachusetts video. I will release the TerrorCon video tomorrow, and I think Salem should be up by this weekend. But also be on the lookout for me doing a live stream at Joe Bob's Jamboree. I'm going to live stream for a little bit here and there. I'm not too sure on how the signal's going to be, but there's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to be hanging out with the Drive-In Mutants, and there are going to be guests like John Carpenter. Sven Gooley's going to be there, and we're going to have the awesome three Scream Queens that are going to be there. Let me see. So we're going to have the awesome Scream Queens there that are going to be there. If you have seen Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bolorama, then you will know Linnea Quickly, Robin Steele, and Brink Stevens. Also Michelle Bauer. But I think it's Michelle Bauer, Brink Stevens and Linnea that are going to be there. And I think they're going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. So it's going to be so fun. Ah, guys, it really means the world to me that you guys are hanging out with me. As I said, before in other live streams and my convention videos, that we all have um, friends that may not understand our love for horror. So to just hang out with other horror fans that really get us, is a great feeling, right? Yes, from Return of the Living Dead as Trash, the iconic Trash. Yes, I love Linnea. But thank you so much, Maglin, and also Old Restless, Papa Goss, Make Me Ghostface for you. Um, it's always great to hang out with you guys. And I love Waxwork, so we could definitely do a Waxwork watch along sometime soon. I'm gonna put that on my list for sure. Generally, what we'll do is I'll get a list of films, usually 3, and I'll let the travelers choose which film will be the one to watch for the upcoming week. So for this next week, I'll probably come up with the movie selections sometime tomorrow and put it up on the community tab for everyone to vote on. And I leave it up in the traveler's hands. And every now and then I may make an executive decision. As I said with Halloween this year, I'll be on a cruise ship, so we'll probably do something along the lines of a double feature of Halloween 2018 and maybe something like Triangle or Ghost Ship or Death Ship. So that's going to be a fun time with you all, and just hang out and do the horror spooky hangout thing. But yeah, guys, it's always so fun to hang out with you guys. And those of you that aren't as familiar with me, and those of you all that have been sticking out with me for a while, I love meeting you guys at conventions. Like I said, some of you all I've met at conventions before. Some of you have just stumbled across the channel and decided to stick around. And like I said, I cannot thank you guys enough for your support. I mean, I'm not a huge YouTuber, but the fact that I have a very good base of the travelers, that's what I call my subscribers, because I hear from people that they're unable to go to conventions all the time or as often as they would like. So my videos are a way for them to, hang out and get a vibe for the convention scene, or at least for the ones that they would like to go to that they can't travel to or afford to go to. So you guys are coming along with me, hence why I am a travel guide. Deep Rising, you're right, O Restless. That is a very fun one for sure. Deep Rising definitely is perfect for a cruise ship. But yeah, I mean, like, I love you guys' input. Like, seriously, never be afraid to comment. We don't do any bullying or anything over here. We try to keep things very, very positive and, very fun loving over here. There's too much negativity out here on the internet and in regards to fandom. And I feel like you don't necessarily have to do that. We hear too many opinions in regards to, oh, this movie sucks, this movie's terrible, and things of that nature. And it's like, okay, I understand that, but can you dedicate some time in regards to the movie that you do like? I mean, I feel like it's harder for some people to actually express the feelings of what films they do like as opposed to what they hate. It's easy to, say I hate this and I hate that, but, you got to kind of go out on a limb and say, hey, I really love this movie, even if other people hate that movie. That's why I try not to, take craps on films, because hey, I don't have the chops to create a full-length movie. So if I did do one, there's a very good chance that it would probably be bad. So the fact that if there was someone that liked my film, that would be pretty cool. So the fact that you guys like my YouTube channel, or you guys support it, that's why I say it means the world to me, because creating art is hard, to be vulnerable and to say, hey, man, this is who I am. This is what I'm into and things of that nature. So, guys, always try to do the same, guys. Because I meet people sometimes that, or especially young kids or young teens that are interested in doing YouTube. And I'm just like, hey, just go and do it, because you're going to find your audience. You're going to find someone that's going to like it. So you guys found me some way, somehow, and, are here with me. And that keeps me driven to do more and more and to meet more awesome people out there in the horror community. So, like I say, I did meet someone earlier. I met a subscriber by the name of Steve at TerraCon. He said hello to me, and he was a very cool guy. So, like I said, it means the world to me if you guys have ever seen me at a convention and you stop me and say hello. I don't care if I'm in the middle of live streaming. I don't care if I'm in the middle of, taking a take of something at a convention. Stop me and say, hey, what's going on, man? I watch your channel and I just wanted to say hello. Trust me, that means everything to me. I will stop what I'm doing and I would love to have a conversation with you about whatever movies you've watched recently, whatever movies you love, or just, whatever's on your mind, because I think that cool human interaction with each other is what we are all really needing in today's world, for sure. Now, I'm glad that you all agree too. Yeah, people just can't like things. It's just not hypocritical. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're so right, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy about you as well, Josh, because you're a super cool guy, and everything that I've seen of you online is on the same accord. You're about spreading that positivity and love about horror, which is why I'm very interested in this Jamboree Dust to Done event in Las Vegas, because the Joe Bob Briggs fan base is kind of split in some ways. I mean, you have the old school fans like me that, really support Joe Bob. And even if there's something that I'm just not really into, I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever, that's cool, because someone else will be into it. But then again, you have a portion of the fan base that's just really, really toxic at times. So, like, for instance, there's a lot of that in their Facebook group. And, it's sad that, Joe Bob and Darcy kind of have to deal with that at times with fan bases. I mean, I feel like, there is a line between criticism and just doing things that are just straight cringy and, under the guise of having an opinion. So I feel like, that's a fine art. And, I think that you guys really appreciate that. So that's why, in our chats is always pretty positive, and people are, engaging with each other. And even if you disagree about something, it's kind of like, hey, we can agree to disagree. So, I mean, hey, I think that's one of those things where people that are content creators, their supporters kind of reflect the type of creator that they are. So I kind of want to be that guy that's pretty cool, that, I want kids of all ages to be able to watch what I'm doing here. I try not to cuss too much. Now, if you catch me at a convention, at an after party with a few drinks in me, I may let a few F-bombs fly, but that's not when the kiddos are around. So I do want to keep my young travelers able to watch this as well. So I kind of want to be friendly, family friendly. A lot of people watch my channel with their kids, so I try to keep that in mind. But, like I said, if you want the off-duty travel guide, you gotta catch me at a convention. But yeah, guys, I hope everyone's having a great night. It really means a lot to me that you all hung out with me. It's been a long week of travel. Going from Jamaica to Boston and not getting to Boston until like, I think it was like 10:30. But then again, waiting on things and not actually getting into my hotel until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Then immediately going to TerraCon. Then from TerraCon to Salem. And then another day of Salem after that. Your travel guide is very pooped. And I have to get ready to do some editing to bring more fun horror content to you guys. So again, make sure to go ahead, throw one of those Ash Williams severed hands at me. That's what we call the like button here at the Horror Greenbook. Comment in regards to anything that you saw. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button and consider staying around. Hit that notification bell so that you are in the know for when something new is released. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to have some more stuff coming for you guys pretty soon. Pretty much as soon as tomorrow for the TerraCon 2024 video. And lastly, I should be getting my Salem video out to you guys by the weekend. So again, I cannot thank you all enough for your support and everything. I will be catching you next week for the live stream. I'm going to put up those selections as well by tomorrow. I'm going to look through Tubi and see what catches my eye to let you guys choose. So, again, travelers, I am your travel guide, Brendan, with the Horror Greenbook. Oh, my goodness. Signing off and letting you know that it is scary in those streets. So let me know that you made it home safely.